constant is change in college football, but over more than
It's a wideout.
years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on last year's national champions, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started.
Watch the onside kick. He's desperate.
And the Hurricanes will put total weather to crank us up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll try it over the left side. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. And you really can't be called the Hogs if you're not willing to grind it out in the dirt.
Yeah, and I love calling the offensive linemen the hog mollies. In Arkansas, in that beautiful state, you're going to find a bunch of big, strong individuals. And the identity of that team is usually built on those guys up front.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Got his man in the middle. Good pick up there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Throws to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. And the Razorbacks come to the line in the hurry-up.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
The Razorbacks getting set on 1st and 10. Wilson to pass. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas. And the Hogs have put up the first touchdown of the game, and whoop-pig.
Whoop-pig going nuts in the stands. Great fan base. They get excited, and you get out to the lead early, putting that score on the board. They are going nuts.
My bad. I had to make sure you playing.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
And I'm about to start an ebook, man. $50 a month. Give you all the best plays.
He'll bring it out. It's Kamara. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he just
you about to see
a touchback. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Going to the running game.
Oh.
Found a little bit of running room, not down at the 24 after a pick.
Gotta get low, my boy.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get
I got 2 players down. What the fuck?
You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Man, that ain't business. That ain't business.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking to pass. It's Callaway. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in the ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total for that victory last week.
Oh.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Snap to the back. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Let's talk for a second about Arkansas. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
And it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ferguson. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Wilson will throw. Fires to the right. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are...
See, I don't just put speed out there, you know what I'm saying?
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Firing to the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Oh, that's a good play call, coach.
You gotta love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things.
What coverage you in? 3?
Job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
And now you there.
To tack one more onto that.
Are you there for breakfast? Go, man.
And the extra
Try man.
14-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting matchup.
Gotta play off, man.
12 today. In fact, they're all
off, man. I thought some slants.
TCU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Davey O'Brien among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UConn. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 clash of the Titans, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And this defense picking up right where it left off. Last week put a great game together, really shut down an opponent. Now you can tell, man, they're going to make you earn everything you get. And this offense is going to have to find a way to find some holes because we haven't seen in the last couple weeks.
Here comes the
Let's go. Let's go. You got to block your running back. You got to block your running back.
Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way.
Block your running back, Steve.
Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
And the Canes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Wilson to pass. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit. And the Razorbacks come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Looking to throw for it. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Fights off the defender. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right.
Oh, my God.
The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you could tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
Pulls it in. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
That's a really nice looking throw, and I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. I formation, 3 yards in a cloud of dust if you wanted to win. But today, though, you have got to be able to throw if you're going to win. You think about all the great offensive play callers now in the SEC, all the Heisman Trophy winners that have played recently at the QB position. You got to do it through the air, and this guy in Arkansas gives them a chance.
Wilson will throw. Just couldn't quite stay in bounds while making that grab. It's incomplete.
They're trying to throw the out route. That time, though, the QB threw it a little bit too far to the outside, and it falls incomplete.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Looking for the end zone. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure.
Oh, he's got some space. Got some room headed to the goal line. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here first and
looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get
No,
down close to the
they're
end
off,
zone.
man.
That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Finds his big tight end. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
A nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Wants to throw. It's Callaway. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Wants to fire on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Gage. Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. It's picked up.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Razorbacks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wilson to pass. Here's a heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack.
Before.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Swings it out to the flat. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
We need one, baby. We need one.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force
we got it.
That is
so
well done.
Hey, light on the left side.
Running to Green. Runs through the tackle. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wild.
It's a line over there, CJ.
An opportunity for big plays. And the Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Makes a grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Sets up the screen. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. That
floating
is a
out there.
time-honored way to slow down the rush. Hit them with the screen and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because
big guy tries to barrel in. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
That's good recruiting, dog.
And the extra point
That's
makes
some good
it
recruiting.
28-0.
I went out, find me a running back.
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12.
I ain't running no Wildcat. Y'all complained about the Wildcat, so I started throwing the ball.
He could join former Heisman winner Davey O'Brien among the
I recruited him. I brought him here. He was a gym.
It's a touchdown game.
He was a.
Trailing by 7.
I know.
We'll circle back if anything big happens.
That's an elite. That's an elite safety.
Anywhere else, men.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on.
He ain't got that dog in it.
Here's the handoff.
See all them stars out there that built up? Built this thing brick by brick, CJ.
Great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
All right, wrong him. Good, good. And that's it.
Looking to throw, it's Callaway. Back open in the middle. Gets it out to the 38-yard
oh, no,
line.
Get up,
boy.
Get up.
10 on that one.
We got dislocated elbow. Ooh.
Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Oh, here, bro.
The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
And the Canes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
It's so hard to play QB. You got all these bullets flying at you, people coming at you, and you got to know where they're running a route.
Like it covered, baby.
My feet perfectly set and try to make throws. So I think you can't be great at quarterback unless you get the first part secure first, and that's your feet. Get those feet nice and quiet before you throw the football.
Wants to throw on third down. Right.
Oh, my God.
He just flat dropped it on the crosser, and it'll be fourth down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short.
All right, CJ.
Take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. They're throwing for it on fourth down. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
You
Where
want
we
to set
going?
the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the fourth down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Wilson will throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Bad throw.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him.
Get out,
And he
get
was
out.
drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break.
Oh, no. Got to play for it. Touchdown. Touchdown, CJ.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He turns that loose down the right side.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Favorite play.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On 4th down, going to the air. Here comes the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job.
Trying to beat the D deep. Pass is incomplete. And
it's a no-fly zone.
On that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Razorbacks will kick it away to crank up the second half.
You got to score here now. You don't score here, it's over.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will
Let's just run the clock out, man. I don't want to run the score up on you, dog.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Looking to throw, it's Callaway. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They just keep firing. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off.
You want to know why this team is losing? Look no further than this statistic, guys. Their best receiver doesn't have a catch yet in this game. There they try to go his way again. The defense has completely shut him down.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Callaway. Using the quick game. Still running at the 40. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down.
Oh, keep running.
The way they drew it up, it's incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, you know, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the 1st down. They need him to play great in the 2nd half.
Touchdown, Miami!
Good play.
Pulled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Number 86.
A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
That deficit's still pretty big, and they'll try to get it right back and cut into it with an onside kick. Send that offense back onto the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. He rifles one deep down the middle. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got
Come on, fellas.
And now they're in business.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Back to pass, it's Callaway. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Going to sling it on second down. Intercepted for the 11th time. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Arkansas.
I knew you were going there.
The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Where you went to the running back?
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Wants to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
The Hurricanes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's picked off, and another empty drive. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wilson to pass. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage.
CJ, you don't want to let me throw it, man.
There, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
He finds a soft spot in the middle. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down. The offense changing the play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure. This offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level.
He gone after this, though.
And he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And for a quick update, let's
red shirt sophomore year out of here.
Just wanted
First
to give you
round.
a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. TCU has just had no answers today. They are getting barbecued right now. This team simply does not look prepared. And
Yeah.
level, you can't have that. They're trailing by 18 to UConn. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Snags it up the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Here comes the offense on second down. We've reached the break. Arkansas has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue?
Let's see.
Let's for the ages in store. We'll see as we start the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to fire. The quick out. Ball down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
And the Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Got him downfield. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Wants to go up top on first down. Dumps it to the back. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Taking it the other way. At the 20. Touchdown, Arkansas. The defense putting points on the board. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires into traffic, picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Wilson will throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Grabbed in the middle. It's Conrad. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with the lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
This is one of the reasons I love this linebacker. He is an outstanding pass rusher. He's got speed, he's got quickness and agility to avoid the offensive lineman running backs.
Lets it fly deep downfield. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Kamara. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Corners are going to bail. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He's got an open man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
Such a great job by the defensive back, dropping beyond the sticks, understanding where the ball's going, breaking on the football. Great eyes, great vision, and great hands. Looked like a wide receiver.
There he goes. Inside the 10. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap.
Brings up second angle.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yards.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
GG, CJ.
Coming out with it, it's Kamara. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. He leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Looking to throw on first down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Fires to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't...
Sends it downfield. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. One more play to pad the stats. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. And down he goes. Not sure about putting your quarterback in harm's way there, but that's going to do it. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation.